Okay, so the post is asking us to discuss 3 to 4 police trauma syndromes in the PTS stage. However, the only thing I'm finding is one syndrome, police trauma syndrome, when there's lots of stages in that. So I'm going to use some context clues and discuss 3 to 4 of the stages in police trauma syndrome. The first of these stages is the rookie stage. We all know what a rookie is. The first person in doesn't really know what's happening quite yet. A rookie police officer or an officer in the rookie stage of PTS is going to start repressing their feelings about all the trauma that they see, just in order to meet the expectations of the job. Like, you signed up for this, people need help, you've got to be there to help them. What you're feeling can be put aside for now. The second stage is the John Wayne stage. This is reaction formation being used to portray strength and invincibility. This is the stage where an officer is saying, okay, well, I gotta stay strong, and I can't look like I'm being affected by any of this. This is important because this is where the stress begins to accumulate. When you don't actually have an outlet for all of the stress that you're having, it's just gonna build up inside and stay there. After that, we have the professional stage. This one is interesting because it's the complete denial of emotions. An officer in the professional stage at this point is going to have nothing to prove. They've worked here for years. They've seen all kinds of terrible things as an officer. At this point, they're feeling like they have to stay mature and they have to be a role model, especially to the younger officers that would have come onto the task force in their time. Right after this comes the burnout stage. This is where an officer's ability to do their job is being affected negatively, and their job performance is suffering. That's because of the accumulated stress that's been building up since the second stage in the John Wayne stage. So at this point, it would have been a long, long time. The final stage, the PTS stage, is just full police trauma syndrome. This is at the point where a police officer is no longer able to perform a job at all and needs support systems, needs help. This is actually called psychological first aid, which is an interesting concept. When you think of first aid, you're thinking of like Band-Aids and Neosporin and lots of like quick fix things. But unfortunately, there's not a quick fix for police trauma syndrome. Someone seeking psychological first aid, has to recreate a sense of safety. They have to reestablish meaningful social connections, getting the support and help, and they have to reestablish a belief in themselves. They have to be able to know and to understand that they are capable of being what they were before, and that this sense of burnout and likely failure isn't permanent. Psychological first aid can look like going to a therapist or any other mental health professional. It can be as simple as going out and hanging out with some buddies, like reestablishing social connections. Just talking to people and having an outlet for stress is the biggest thing. And once that stress is being released and isn't being pent up inside a person anymore, is when we start to see improvement, and when we start to see an officer returning back to their normal state of life.